All right. Welcome back. Coming in right off the bat. Get a little nudge action going on. Wanted to make another video, 12.6.4 Tesla FSD. And we are going to do a highway trip this time. Wanted to highlight a little bit of end-to-end with that. Coming out to this pretty steep turn, so by my vision, this is a horrible turn for anyone. But historically, FSD has done pretty well. It's really one of those turns that should either have its own light or the area should be pushed back a bit for better visibility. Right now, it's just a excessive amount of traffic. We should be able to go after this vehicle. And we are off. Okay. Nice bright sunny day today, so no issues there. Again, really just wanted to get out and do some additional testing, see if we can come upon any particular situations that we haven't encountered before, and to see how FSD reacts. Okay, so coming into this first yield, just good job. And then we are going to kind of work our way into getting into the on-ramp. There was a on-ramp as we first made that turn. You have to be real aggressive with that, and so we did not make that. So what we should attempt to do is make this left and take the streets a bit longer to then get on to the highway. Right now our turn signal isn't on, so that could be an indicator of one of two things. One, we will still turn on the turn signal and make the left as we should, or two, we're going to attempt to go straight, which would put us in front of the light pole. So I will let FSD do its thing for as long as we can. Let's see. Okay, so that's what it ended up doing, which in turn made a more aggressive turn. Is it figured out that, oh, we can't go straight, turn on the turn signal immediately, and kind of go from there. So, well, that wasn't the worst. That's not the smoothest experience. And again, coming from a hardware 3 vehicle, I totally expect things like that to be resolved in hardware 4. Any of those watching or may own both hardware 3 and hardware 4, feel free to comment, but that's really just a software thing. I don't think that's something too large that couldn't be addressed. I think even for myself in hardware 3, there's been incidents where I've been put in that same exact scenario, but FSD has just caught it and treated that turn like a turn and on about our business. So all good there. We are coming up on a right turn, and So with the navigation, it's attempting to take away. I'm going to take over because I just don't want to go that way. I just don't want to go that way. So we'll go this way. What it wants to do, and especially for those that are in this area, we have a lot of kind of U-turns. So it wanted to go through the residential area to then make a U-turn to get back on the tollway when that's not the most optimal way. So we will go the way I thought I was going to go in the first place, here, and through here. Okay. Looking good. This left. It's good. And approaching that left, it's started to see that the center lane curve was a little bit further protruded out, so it kind of moved to the right before it made that turn, which is excellent. That's something that definitely was better over time. I know initially there was times it wouldn't do that, but much better, much better. Turn to turn signal on. Again, the option is you have 2 lanes that you can go left or you can go straight, which we want to go straight. Good weather day, not too much direct sun, though I can see the sun. So we'll see if that plays a factor in our trip here. Okay, here we go. Back on the road. Not too much traffic so far. So it should be a pretty smooth trip. So that's a good merge across. We'll attempt to get into this faster lane. And we are off. So not too many updates from the FSD front for HW3 owners, but I did receive a couple UI updates, 3D maps, which you can see here, as well as Tron. Not familiar with Tron. I should be. I kind of am, but I'm not. So I turned it on for a bit. Nothing that I would leave on, but I say for those that have it, definitely check it out. Always cool to, add something fun for folks and all that good stuff. So approaching a little bit of traffic. I'm usually not out at this time of day or in this area, so while I didn't think there should be that much traffic, I'll be proven wrong. Good speed on our end so far based on the flow of traffic. Once we get past this overpass coming up, looks like we'll have about 7 miles, some twists and turns a bit, so it'll be good to see how FSD handles that. And then when we go to switch highways, there is a pretty aggressive turn, and I'm very interested to see how FSD will handle that. Still keeping a good pace with the flow of traffic, doing 75, 76. Our current speed limit. But again, we're in the fast lane because we're in hurry mode and we're moving with the flow of traffic. So in a good space here. Not too much hesitation there for that car that was merging toward our lane. So that's also good. In times past, FSD would have slowed down in order to accommodate the vehicle, where it's like, no, we just need to go and they need to wait. Especially on a highway, right? The vehicles that are already in lane, keep doing what you're doing. The folks that want to merge into that lane need to adjust accordingly. There's also another issue, and for those that have been driving around, maybe haven't forgotten, but where FSD would lean towards larger vehicles, 18-wheelers. Only happened to me once that I can remember, and I definitely took over. And you know, again, was it on a direct path with the 18-wheeler? No, but being that this is supervised, you know what is too close for comfort, and I just wasn't willing to take that risk, and so I took over. That is okay. That's the whole point of FSD supervised. And I've mentioned this in videos past for myself and maybe for other folks that are utilizing FSD and reporting their experience. I think my main thrill is being able to